Hello, good evening, legends. This is your host, Club Arthur, the Club Apple Sports Report, live right here in Leesburg, Virginia, Loudoun County area. Today, legends, I'll talk to you guys about the fact that of the AEW Fight for the Fall results. Get you guys to that for sure. I'll discuss that Zion Williamson left and medical family matter. That get you guys to that for sure. Talk to you guys also about the fact that Dak Prescott turned down $100 million offer. Travell Mazian was deceased in a car crash. That is Derrick Henry agreeing to a 2-year $50 million offer, including $26 million guaranteed with the Titans. By the way, Elena Delle Donne unveiling as to why she takes 64 mils a day to treat Lyme disease. By the way, and well, that's pretty much all. And also this though, guys, that Washington football is a lot more apparel at this after they had to change their name. So there's a bit of a storyline that's in the Washington Post as of right now that has 15 women coming forward and accusing three individuals in the Washington football of misconduct allegations. So if you guys have not seen it yet, well, you guys gotta check it out, guys. So I will get you guys in there for sure, and addressing what sort of repercussions that could await Dan Snyder nor Bruce. Even though they were not accused nor wherever it. So that is pretty much all I will have to say right there. But on that note, so yes, I'm gonna get you guys first things first. I'm gonna start things off with the AEW Fight for the Fallen results. Here they are. You got Cody retain the AEW TNT title. FTR defeats the Lucha Brothers. Chris Jericho and the Inner Circle, they get juiced by Orange Cassidy. The Elite defeat Jurassic Express. The Nightmare Sisters of Brandy Rhodes and Allie, they had defeated both MJ Jenkins and Kenzie Page. Vickie Guerrero is Nyla Rose's new manager. Jon Moxley retains the AEW title. Darby Allin returns and attacks Brian Cage. Those nations are your AEW Fight for the Fall results right there. And that's all you need to know right there, everybody, on that note. Also, I want to address you guys about the fact that Elena Delle Donne, she just the issue that she's had. She denied an opt out, and the fact that she took 64 pills a day, for treating Lyme disease that she had though. So I'm gonna read you exactly as to what's in here for sure. What she's saying right here. And so it goes like this. She takes 64 pills a day. That's 25 before breakfast, another 20 before breakfast, another 10 before dinner, 9 before bed. She says right here, it feels like it's slowly killing me, or if it's not killing me directly, then at least I know one thing for sure. Bad for me long-term, taking too much medicine on that play on yourself. A lot to tell your body so it keeps thinking everything's fine. Never-ending, exhausting, miserable. This is on the player's tribune, by the way. She does it anyway because she has Lyme disease. She has Lyme disease, by the way. Not a doctor. I have a chronic Lyme. Just shorter way for me to say that this disease is still affecting me after more than a decade for it to meet to the alternative, which is post-treatment Lyme disease syndrome, which is a current active infection with a different strain of Borrelia and Bartonella, as well as other co-infections. 64 pills a day is the only way to keep my condition under any sort of control. It's the only way to keep myself healthy enough to play the game I love helping enough to do my job and earn the paycheck that supports my family members. Great not having done more in the past to speak about Lyme disease, terrifying thing to live with, yet not many people know much about it. Take my fair share of responsibility for that. I could have been using a platform to help raise awareness and to help improve understanding. I could have been helping so much more. She needs a lot more help, by the way. She knows that she needs to help us get to a place with Lyme disease where what happened to me this past week never happens to anyone else. With the news of coronavirus spread, I took it seriously, not me bragging. There are just those instincts I've developed more than a decade of living with Lyme disease. I've been told time and time again over the years that my condition debilitates the immune system. Common cold that sent my immune system spiraling into serious relapse off a simple flu shot. There's just been so many instances where I've contracted something that shouldn't have been that big of a deal, but it blew my immune system out and turned into something scary. Terrifying experience, so terrifying to live with. Something she deals with. So when I read that immunocompromised people are at risk of with coronavirus, taking a possible precaution, which, by the way, realize it's a huge privilege I have. Most people don't. Treat coronavirus like any high-risk person should. That's a matter of life and death. Like this situation, by the way. So she still wants to play. She was scared. Talked to the personal physician about what was WWE planning to do. She felt she was the league. When the WNBA began reviewing players' cases to see who should be granted the health exemption from the bubble. You don't have to give up your salary. Didn't even think it was a question whether I would be exempt or not. Didn't need a panel. League doctors telling me that my immune system was higher risk. And she was considered high risk, by the way. I'll tell you that. Now she's left with two options. One, either risk my life or forfeit a paycheck. And it completely hurts, by the way. She follows the protocol. Doctor who treats my life, she's wrote full report detailing my medical history and confirming my high risk status. The Mystics doctor who's never been treated with me, my Lyme disease, wrote a report essentially deferring to my Lyme disease doctor and agreeing about my high risk profile. She filed both reports to the league as required, along with a signed form waiving my right to an appeal. Risk her life or forfeit a paycheck, by the way. And she's left with how much it hurts. Hurts with that big W. And that's where she works though. Pills a day. They figured me out. So that is pretty much that's the condition she's dealing with, and they are going to be paying the Mystics. They are going to be paying her. They're going to be paying her to play. Now she says that she's been denied a medical exemption, or an opt out. That is that she will be now. Mystics are going to be. She's on the roster. She'll pay her salary even if she doesn't play. Because of the fact that Lyme disease has on her, by the way. That's one of the reasons. That's something that she's been dealing with for the past 9 years, and unfortunately for her, she feels a little unsafe and she's at a risk. And obviously, she's a WNBA MVP, but apparently, it's just not a good look for her. So hopefully she gets all the help that she needs. And I hope that she does not come up with the coronavirus. So she wasn't given the opportunity to opt out. Now WNBA was giving a shortened 22-game regular season that's going to be starting at July 25th in the IMG Academy. Now, Elena Delle Donne, she was going to have an opt-out, but she did not. So don't see the risk. She was a high-risk player, by the way. And honestly, for her, she's come up with back surgery, and She dealt with this for 9 years, and apparently, it just didn't sit well there. She was denied. Opt out. So this didn't sit well with anybody. So hopefully, Elena Delle Donne gets all the help that she needs and tries to just get some attention. Is what she really needs. So I can tell you that right now. Also, another news I want to get down to, by the way, that a Dak Prescott, he turns down $100 million offer. Not looking good there. So Dak Prescott, he's going to be playing for this season only. Not looking good there for him. So with that. Also, 72 players, they have had the 72 NFL players, they have the coronavirus. They will be in quarantine. They're going to be testing results, by the way. So that's all you got to know for that part right there. So nothing good there. Also, wants to have a birthday to former U.S. champion, Intercontinental champ Bobby Lashley. Birthday today. Wish him happy birthday, everybody, on that. Also, some other news that junior middleweight boxer by the name of Travell Mazion, who's known as Black Magic, was deceased in a car crash in Austin, Texas. Thoughts and prayers go to his family members and his fans, all of his viewers, subscribers to this horrific loss, by the way, and keep his family members and his competitors and his fans in your prayers, everybody. And obviously, really sad. I can tell you it's really sad. So not looking good there. Not looking good there. I can tell you that right now. Also, I want to address to you guys about the fact that Washington football's in a lot more peril after they had to. This all comes after Washington football had to retire their name, which is completely racist, by the way. And this is not going to look good. I can tell you that. So I will tell you this: the Washington football, they're in peril right now. They're in a lot more peril right now. Now it's on the Washington Post. And it goes like this, though, that 15 women have accused 3 individuals of sexual misconduct and abuse and sexual harassment, verbal abuse, and misconduct, by the way. So basically, the Washington Post has it out as of right now, by the way, and it's still out there. It came out earlier today. And basically, there are allegations against Dan Snyder nor Bruce Allen, by the way. Bruce Allen was released last December after 10 years with the franchise, by the way. So among these the 4 individuals accused are the names of Alex Santos II, names of Alex Santos, who was the former director of pro personnel, former assistant director of pro personnel Richard Mann, radio play-by-play announcer Larry Michael. They were all who basically was retired, by the way. They have been released, and it's a bit unclear. Now it's very unclear as to whether or not if these 15 women came forward with sexual abuse allegations and misconduct allegations against these 3 individuals that were released. False incidents. Now, Washington football, they did, however, get they do have an attorney. They have an attorney for Nation's Capital by the name of Beth Wilkinson to review the team's protocols and to dive into the team's past culture. That includes sexual misconduct and also misconduct, sexual harassment allegations, that is. But Dan Snyder may or may not have been aware of this for sure, and basically it may seem like it may have happened under his watch. So it's very unclear of whether or not Dan Snyder, by the way, didn't know. I mean, if he knew anything about repercussions for him. But if he didn't, that is that's trouble for him. So it's very unclear that these 15 women could, in fact, file a lawsuit against Dan Snyder. And not only that, these 15 women, otherwise that were in the Washington football, that have been in the Washington football organization. These are 15 former women that were within the Washington football. They were accusing these three individuals of misconduct and abuse and harassment, by the way. So basically, it's very clear that these 15 women notified the police of these incidents and whether or not any arrest warrants were issued. But these 15 women did, in fact, press charges. I mean, it's been unknown if these 15 women press charges or if, in fact, that they decided to. There were, I mean, it's very been unknown that these 15 women notified the police, or they decided to press charges, or if or three individuals that were accused, they were, however, having arrest warrants with their names attached to it. By the way, so basically that is, I mean, this all stems from 2006 to 2019. So that right there, it's been unknown, by the way, and make no mistake about it though. These women, now I gotta say that these women, by the way, they're coming forward these allegations. This since 2006 to 2019, and basically says right here that there was some unwelcome overtures or comments of a sexual nature, exhortations to wear revealing clothing and flirt with clients to close sales deals. Some of the guys who are accused of verbal abuse are members of the team's owner, Dan Snyder's inner circle. Harassment were included in the exclusive, disturbing storylines, lined to the top. Not necessarily, though, not necessarily, but that is all there is. Also, another topic that Zion Williams, he left for the Orlando bubble, that is, for a private, personal family member, by the way. So my thoughts and prayers go to his family members and his fans, and he says he's gonna return with the team and the Pelicans as soon as possible at a different later date. So that remains to be in question. But if he comes back to the Atlanta bubble, he meant to get tested and get a quarantine once again. But if he wants to get in the coronavirus, that's a big issue right there. And he meant to get quarantined for sure. So hopefully, that necessarily that's a big issue right there. So I just hope for once that my thoughts and prayers go to them, with members and his fans all this time. I just hope he gets all they need. So I'm just not sure what's going on. So keep me in your prayers, everybody. So back to the Washington football storyline, by the way, of these 15 women that are accusing these three individuals of sexual misconduct and abuse and harassment, by the way. Now it says right here that Sunday also reportedly routinely belittled the top executives, and Sunday once allegedly ordered him to do cartwheels for their entertainment after an executive staff meeting. Now, one of the two women were Julia Payne and also their names such as Julia Payne, and perhaps what other women were pretty much, there were some names in there, I can tell you that. So yeah, exactly. It was published earlier today, and didn't necessarily comment on that, but Dennis Green as well. The Dennis Green that is accused of harassing women on the staff when he encouraged them to wear tight skirts and low-cut shirts for people who own luxury boxes at FedEx Field. I mean, Larry Michael, Alex Santos, Richard Man II, they were all accused of sexual harassment by former team employees. And basically, Dan Snyder may not have been aware of this for sure. So, eventually, this is a really, really, really bad look. I can tell you that right now. Really, really bad. Now, Beth Wilkinson was an attorney, who's Wilkinson Walsh. She's going to review these allegations for sure. And apparently, this situation does not look good. I can tell you that right now. This all comes after Washington Football. They had to drop their name and their logo, by the way, this past week. And obviously, this is a really bad look for Washington Football right now because they're in a lot of turmoil right now. And make no mistake, does not look good. I can tell you that right now. So this is not going to sit well with anybody. I will say that Emily Applegate, she was among the women that also came forward as well with the allegations, and Julia Payne as well. So eventually, there were two of these 15 women that accused these guys of sexual harassment and misconduct, and basically, it's really no secret that these 15 women could in fact press charges against and also have arrest warrants. If in fact they went to the police about it, they would have filed arrest warrant, press charges. The 3 individuals were released, or 4 individuals were released. That did not sit well with anyone else. And that did not, and basically this is no surprise. So Washington Football is in deep peril right now, and more deals can be emerging pretty soon. And there could be, and I could tell you this could lead up to Dan Snyder being released for good. And if that ensues, that's over for Dan Snyder. So you can say what you want, everybody, but make no mistake, that somewhere down the road, there will be hell to pay for Dan Snyder. And it didn't sit well with anybody. So basically, if you guys know anything, you gotta let the people know. And this is on the Washington Post, by the way, everybody, on that. So really, you would assume that Dan Snyder didn't have any knowledge. He may or may not have any knowledge of this. But truth be told, that Dan Snyder could be sued by 50 women who came forward with sexual abuse allegations and misconduct allegations against these 4 individuals. By the way, of misconduct, workplace misconduct. And I can tell you this, that Washington Football, they look like garbage right now. Washington Football, they've been garbage this whole time. First, Dan Snyder makes them look like a piece of trash, for sure. First, for Fuse to not change the name. And although the name's retired now, and they're going to change the name, which they must, due to the fact that Washington Football, they had to retire the name because it's originally racist, for sure. The current name is retired and it's racist, by the way. 7 George Floyd's death toll and, Black Lives Matter protests all over the country, around the globe, by the way. And we all know how that went down. And also just the fact that, Washington Football, they've been garbage this whole time. So, and the fact that, and now you got this storyline, and for Washington Football are now being have now involved 15 women that are coming up forward with these allegations against these 4 individuals. They actually knew Dan Snyder, by the way, that accused these incidents of sexual abuse, misconduct, and all these verbal abuse. So basically, it's very unclear, knowing the fact that Dan Snyder Dan Snyder's making something look like trash now. He really is. So this all comes after Washington Football had to change their name. And basically, Washington Football, they're still trash. Sold all the merchandise. They trashed all the merchandise. Not gonna be seen at Nike, not at Dick's Sporting Goods, not at Walmart, not at Target, not even at Fanatics, not at NFL Shop no more. Basically, and now these allegations that are out now, this makes Washington Football look like trash a whole lot more. They've been Washington Football. This is what I'm referring to this whole time. Washington Football stations right here, pointless, extremely just pointless. So Dan Snyder, he's gonna find himself a lot more trouble. I would say that right now. He may not be accused of these incidents, but he may be released. A whole lot there. Watch 50 women coming for these allegations against these 4 individuals that are accused of misconduct and abuse, harassment allegations. So that's storyline right there for that note, and that's all you guys need to know on that. Checking out the Washington Post, everybody, on that. Also, Chase Elliott, by the way, he won the NASCAR All-Star race at Bristol Motor Speedway. That is, there were 20K fans. They can't allow fans out there. Fans are not allowed to visit stadiums. Because it's a coronavirus issue. And people want to have the coronavirus. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. It really is. I don't know why Bristol would allow that. Why would that happen? But that's not right. Something's wrong there. Bristol could be under pressure for that. I can tell you that right now for sure. They can face some backlash for that. So not looking. But Chase Elliott by the winning a Bristol All-Star NASCAR All-Star race at Bristol Motor Speedway. By the way, so that's congrats to him on that. Also, another news I want to point out, by the way, that King Derrick Henry, he signed there's a 2-year. It was a 2-year. Let's give me a 4-year. So King Derrick Henry, the Titans, he signs, agrees to a 4-year, $50 million offer. $50 million offer that has $26 million guaranteed. Congrats to him on that note. So, gotta give credit to him for him on that note. I can tell you that. And no surprise to him. No surprise to him on that. Dak refused. He turned down an offer, $100 million offer, and he's not gonna be playing the Cowboys anymore. So, now look, he just on the franchise center yesterday, and well, there you have everybody. So, all you guys gotta know for that note. So, not looking good for him. I can tell you that. Not looking good there. Well, ladies, that's going to do it there for the Clothing Herald Sports Board. Please be sure you all like to subscribe to the Clothing Herald Sports Board YouTube channel, Facebook page by any means necessary. Be sure to send me your comments, tweets, your thoughts on Zion Williamson leaving the bubble for a personal, private, medical, family matter. By the way, let me know about the comment section. I'll be more to address response to that. By the way, everybody on that. And that's all you guys got to know. What are your thoughts on the testing results? Let me know about the comments. I'll address response. Let me know about the comments. I'll address response to that. Washington Football being a lot more turmoil, by the way, after 15 women came forward with these allegations. Accused these 4 individuals of misconduct, sexual abuse, sexual harassment, and verbal abuse. Let me know about the comments. I'll be more to address the response to that. So, what are your thoughts on Derrick Henry agreeing to a 4-year, $50 million offer, 150 plus $26 million guarantee? Let me know about the comments. I'll address the response to that for sure. Everybody on that note. What are your thoughts on the AEW Fight for the Fall results? Let me know about that in the comments section. I'll address the response to that as well. So, your brother wishes up to Bobby Lashley's birthday today. So, please do so, everybody, on that note. And that's all you guys could do for that. So that's praise out to Travell Mazie and family members as he was deceased in a car crash in Austin, Texas. So thoughts praise out to his family members, his fans, his viewers. This horrific loss, and please do so on that note. And what are your thoughts?